Next question, which of the following statement is true regarding digestion and absorption of food in humans? Option A, amino acids are absorbed with the help of carrier ions like sodium. Option B, chylomicron are small lipoprotein particles absorbed by blood capillaries in small intestine. Option C, 60% of starch is hydrolyzed by salivary amylase in mouth. And option D, oxantic cells secrete pepsinogen. If you look into the options, when you go to first option, that is amino acids are absorbed with the help of carrier ions like sodium. Here there is facilitated absorption. There are three types of absorptions in digestive system. That is, first is passive absorption, which takes place through the villi by concentration gradient without expenditure of any energy. Second type of absorption is there is active transport where there is expenditure of energy, and third type of absorption is facilitated absorption. Facilitated absorption takes place in small intestine, and fructose is absorbed by facilitated absorption by carrier ion, that is sodium. It is not amino acid. So, this option can be ruled out. This is not correct. When you go to second option, chylomicron are small lipoprotein particles. During absorption of fatty acids, what happens is the fatty acids are insoluble in water. They are converted into small micelles and they are wrapped by protein coat, and we call that as chylomicron. Chylomicron are absorbed in small intestine, not directly into blood capillaries. They are absorbed in the lacteal that is present in villi. So, second option is also not correct. We can rule out this option also. When you go to third option, that is 60% of starch is hydrolyzed by salivary amylase. This is correct, because when you take in food particles into the mouth, the salivary gland secretes saliva. The saliva contain carbohydrate enzyme, that is salivary amylase, that converts starch into maltose. 60% of the carbohydrate is getting digested in the mouth. The remaining 40% of the carbohydrates is getting digested in stomach and small intestine by maltose, maltase, sucrase and lactase. So, the answer is C, that is 60% of starch is hydrolyzed by salivary amylase. When you come to the option D, oxantic cells secrete pepsinogen. This is not correct. Why? Because in gastric gland there are three types of cells. One is goblet cells that secrete mucus. Second is chief cell that secrete chief cell or peptic cells. Chief cell or peptic cells secrete digestive enzyme, pepsin and renin. Another type of cell is oxantic cell or parietal cell, HCl. So, here oxantic cells secrete pepsinogen is not a correct statement. Oxantic cells secrete HCl. So, three statements are wrong. Only one statement, that is option C, is the correct answer for this question. Next question, the layer lining lumen of human alimentary canal is option A, serosa, option B, submucosa, option C, muscularis and D, mucosa. If you take transverse section of human alimentary canal, you find various layers of cells. So, the first outermost layer here is serosa. The second layer is made up of muscles, smooth muscles, and we have two types of muscles. One is longitudinal muscle and second is circular muscle. These are the two muscles which help in peristaltic movement of the alimentary canal. The rhythmic wavy peristaltic movement which helps in mixing up of the food with digestive juices and also the forward movement of the food in the alimentary canal. So, two types of muscles, one is longitudinal muscle which are present to the outer side and circular muscles which are present to the inner surface. So, that together it is called muscularis, longitudinal muscle and circular muscle. Third layer is submucosa, and inner to submucosa is the mucosa which lines the lumen. Lumen is the hollow cavity that is present in the alimentary canal. So, the answer for this question is option D, that is mucosa. Next question, ileum is, options are A, first part of small intestine, B, middle part of intestine, C, last part of small intestine, and D, not a part of small intestine. So, dear students, in digestive system you should be aware of the part of alimentary canal, the diagram of alimentary canal and all parts of alimentary canal starting from mouth to anus. So, these are the parts of alimentary canal starting from mouth to anus. Here the question is, ileum is first part of small intestine, middle part of intestine, option C last part of small intestine, and option D is not a part of small intestine. Small intestine has three parts, one is duodenum, jejunum and ileum. So, the answer is C, option C, that is the last part of small intestine.